All right, let's jump right in. Today, we're digging into a massive shift happening in the direct selling industry. You might know it as network or multi-level marketing. We're going to zoom in on the Asia Pacific region, or APAC, and unpack exactly why it's poised to become the industry's next global powerhouse. So let me start by asking you a question. Where is the next huge global business boom going to come from? It's the kind of question that can make or break entire company strategies for years to come. Well, here's the twist. The answer might not be in some futuristic projection, but actually hiding in the past. To really get where this industry is going, we've got to take a look back at a pretty remarkable story. We are talking about the next great growth wave, and it's all happening in the Asia-Pacific region. But listen, this isn't just about getting bigger. It's about a fundamental shift that could completely redefine the whole industry. And the blueprint for all of this, it comes from South Korea. Seriously, its journey over the last few decades is the perfect case study for what's possible, and a sneak peek at what's about to happen on a much, much bigger scale. Just look at this. It's kind of mind-blowing. 30 years ago, the average household in South Korea was earning around $400. Today, it's one of the top 3 direct selling markets on the entire planet. That kind of transformation is just, wow. So you have to ask, right? How on earth did that happen? What was the secret sauce that fueled such an incredible, explosive rise? Well, it really boiled down to a perfect storm of factors. You had a culture that was already built on tight-knit communities and trust, which is, the ideal soil for network-based selling to grow in. Then you mix in this growing hunger for entrepreneurship and a real openness to new ways of doing things, and bam, the stage was... Okay, so that was the history lesson. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. That exact same pattern we saw in Korea's past, it's happening all over again right now across the Asia-Pacific. But there's one major difference. The scale is just unbelievably larger. Just think about it for a second. So many countries in the APAC region today are right at that same economic launchpad where Korea was all those years ago. You've got modest incomes, for sure, but the aspirations, the drive for a better life, are through the roof. And here it is. This is the number that changes the entire game. By 2034, experts project there will be over 1 billion new middle-class households across APAC. That is a seismic shift in global economics, plain and simple. This incredible surge in purchasing power, this explosion of the middle class, it's like a mirror image of the exact conditions that created Korea's original boom. It's literally history repeating itself, but on a scale that's hard to even wrap your head around. So, let's break it down. Why APAC, specifically? There are really 5 key drivers that are turning this region into a supercharged engine for growth. First off, we're not just talking about some far-off potential. This is happening right now. The APAC direct selling market is already worth over $114 billion. It's already a giant on the world stage. And that leads us to driver number 1, sheer economic momentum. I mean, look at this. APAC already makes up 60% of the entire global market share. That's not just leading the pack, that's practically dominating the race. But that momentum isn't happening in a vacuum. It's being propped up by 4 other massive pillars. A deep-seated cultural readiness for this business model, a lightning-fast digital transformation, a huge and growing demand for health products, and a powerful success-driven mindset. Let's touch on that cultural readiness piece. Just like we saw in Korea, so many cultures across APAC really value relationships and community ties. People trust what their friends, family, and neighbors recommend. That makes person-to-person selling a completely natural fit. It just works. Then you layer on top of that the digital transformation. Mobile phones are everywhere, connecting millions and making it easier than ever to build networks. At the same time, this new middle class is creating this massive demand for health and wellness products. And to top it all off, you have this widespread cultural mindset that celebrates hard work and entrepreneurship. It's a true perfect storm of opportunity. Okay, so the opportunity is huge. We get it. The big question then becomes, how do you actually win here? The answer, it turns out, isn't about quick tricks or short-term gains. It's all about playing the long game. That's the strategy that separates the real winners from, well, everyone else. And here's the core truth of it all. History has shown us time and time again that the companies that think in decades, not in fiscal quarters, are the ones that end up completely dominating in these emerging markets. And if you want proof, we just have to look back at our blueprint one more time. The story of Amway in Korea is the ultimate case study in the power of playing the long game.
See, Amway didn't just show up in Korea. They invested in the market for decades. They put in the hard work to build real trust, to build solid infrastructure. And this is the most important part. They focused on aligning with the local culture instead of just chasing a fast buck.
And the result of all that patience and long-term thinking, it paid off big time. Today, South Korea is Amway's third largest market in the entire world. It's a perfect example of how strategic, patient investment leads to absolutely incredible success. So let's put a clear definition on it. The long game in APAC really means getting to real lasting success by focusing on three things: building deep relationships, genuinely aligning with the culture, and constantly pushing for operational excellence. That's the formula. Which brings us to our final thought here. The writing is on the wall. The Asia-Pacific region isn't just another market. It really is the future of this industry. And so the only real question left is your strategy ready for it?